What are the overarching themes, energies, circumstances coming up for Sagittarius in October 2025? All right, you have playing it safe in reverse. Playing it safe in reverse. Yes. So Sag, you may be realizing that you've been trying to walk the line, toe the line, as it were, right? Maybe you felt like you took preemptive action, right? A little bit too soon, too quickly, without seeing it through or thinking it through, right? Maybe you're trying to be methodical and not reckless, right? But there is a sort of fine line, right? Between being cautious, being careful, and just being complacent, right? And I think that's what you're realizing, that perhaps you went from not being too flippant to being too complacent, okay? So you're trying to find that careful balance between the two, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Like, everyone has to walk that tightrope, okay, and find their equilibrium. And yet there are going to be times where you go too far one way or the other, okay? That's normal. But the point is, you're aware of it, okay? You are aware of it. I can tell, okay? So you're aware, like, you know what? I've been playing it too safe, right? I know I've got to be careful. I know I've got to be smart. I've got to think ahead, right? Not just in the immediate. But at the same time, I'm sacrificing my present happiness. Nothing is happening because I'm just sat on the sidelines here. So it's time for me to act. I've done enough thinking. I've done enough ruminating. I've considered all the variables. But I do need to actually experience life. I can't observe it from the sidelines and call that a life. No, it's there to be experienced. So I do need to get back out there again. So that's good, right? So there may be something that's giving you a little nudge, could even be coming from the universe to say, hey, Sag, it's time to be a Sag again, okay? You're just finding that balance, okay? So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Yeah, the loving woman in reverse. Yeah, this is it, because this is not who you are, right? This isn't your natural state of being, to be overly cautious to the point where you don't want to do things, you don't want to experience life, you don't want to go out there, you don't want to put yourself out there. That's not you, okay? I've never heard of Sagittarius operating that way in my life, okay? I've met several, okay? None of them are like that, okay? No matter what your other placements are, right? You want to do the things, you want to evolve and adapt and learn and experience, right? That's how you are. So yeah, you know, it's time to get back into the true spirit of being a Sag and getting back out there. All right. So if you know you've been you know, in your cocoon for a bit too long, now's the time. Now's the time to break out. Tell me more about this playing it safe in reverse energy for Sagittarius. Yeah, 8 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Wands in reverse. The Sagittarius, this is what I mean. This is the lack of action, lack of momentum, right? It's not that it's not present. It's not that the energy isn't there, but you're not doing anything with it. You're not engaging with it. You're not connecting with it, right? So if you want to make things happen, especially where you want to invoke a change or you want to initiate something, right? Or you want to experience something new, don't let this energy pass you by, right? Because I'm telling you, there is a lot of energy, a lot of momentum there for you to harness, right? So you can supercharge whatever it is you want to do. But if you don't act upon it, you'll regret it, right? You will. So, yeah, look, see? 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Where you want to invoke a change that is ultimately of benefit to you, whether that could create more financial stability, abundance, where that could secure something, okay, that is directly connected to some kind of aspiration, life goal here, dream, okay? Whatever's going to make you feel secure, stable, right? Very independent, which you like to be, right? The momentum is there, but you're not harnessing it. That's what you need to be aware of, okay? There are opportunities. It's not just one opportunity. There are opportunities for you to convert your output, your efforts into something tangible, something beneficial, right? something that is actually going to create more abundance, more stability, more security, right? That's just going to add to your life, not take from it. Okay? Interesting. Tell me more about this for Sagittarius. Death card, exactly. You have changed fundamentally. So if you knew in the past that you were maybe a little bit more reckless, okay, especially when it comes to spending, that's no longer the case, right? You've already learned from those past experiences. But again, we don't want to get into this energy of hoarding, of not wanting to do anything, right? Because that creates lack and stagnancy. We don't want that, okay? So it's about applying your energy, your efforts in the areas that are beneficial, that's going to help promote further growth. Yeah? Expansion, not limitation. Okay? But again, it's a big change for you. You've experienced it on one side of the coin. Now you're experiencing it on the other side of the coin. And now, as a result of that, you're going to find your equilibrium, your balance, okay? Yeah. So you're definitely shedding a skin here, Sagittarius, okay? You're not the same Sag you once were. So the way you approach certain things, especially that which directly affects your stability, your sense of financial security, right? It's changing fundamentally this month, okay? So you are finding your footing. Yeah, 8 of Cups in reverse. This is what I mean, right? It's not that you have to let go of everything you once knew. It's not that you can no longer invest in the things that make you happy. No, it's about finding a balance between what, you know, you need to focus on when it comes to obligations, responsibilities, but also the things that genuinely you want. It's a balance between what you need to do and what you want to do, okay? What you need to invest in and what you can invest in, yeah? So there's a lot of things that you don't have to give up. You think you have to give up certain things, you do not. You just have to find the best way to manage them, that's all. Yeah, the Queen of Wands and the 4 of Cups in reverse. This is it. That's your energy, Sag, right? Queen of Wands energy. Yeah. It's like, I want to make sure that my bases are covered no matter what. I'm in a good position, right? That I've got all my ducks in a row and I can still do the things I want to do. Like, I don't feel like I need to compromise. I don't want to do that anymore. Why should I have to compromise between what I want and what I need? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm finding the perfect balance between the two. And that is the best approach you can have. You've got to have the discipline to ensure that you can maintain it. Yeah? So that's all it is, right? But again, you're getting back into your groove this month. Okay? Getting back into your groove. Like, I know what I need to do. I know how I need to apply myself. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. You sin what overindulgence leads to. This isn't your energy, by the way, but you've observed this. For some of you guys, right, you've seen up close what overindulgence leads to, right? How someone who seemingly had it all could have lost everything because they didn't have the discipline, right? They thought they could have the benefits of being in such a position or having such a life without considering the responsibilities that come with it, right? So I think that could have been the shock to the system that made you think like, oh, I don't want that to happen to me. So let me just rein some of these habits in, right? Let me rein some of my spending in. Let me, you know, be more cautious because things are uncertain, you know? But again, don't want to be in that energy of being too frugal and operating from a lack mentality, right? It's just finding that balance. That's all it is, okay? And that's what you're doing. So that's what you're discovering in October, okay? You're finding your equilibrium, your sweet spot. Exactly, because what you want wants you, Sag, okay? 5 of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Cups. You can have what it is you want. Like I said, 8 of Cups in reverse. You don't have to give up on the things that you enjoy. You have your wants and your needs taken into consideration and met as well. So that's awesome, Sag. So I hope that helps whoever needed to hear that message.